Hello, future people. Welcome to Getting Tabled. I'm Jason the Bruce, and today we're unboxing the big box. Back into Auztralia today. So this is the big box. This was part of their Kickstarter that I was part of. And this particular box houses two different expansions. I'll show you more of that down on the table. All right. So, as I said, this is the big box, or big Z box. This is the same artwork on the front here that we saw on the base game, which is not surprising. On the side, we get some lovely artwork, which is from one of the expansions. On the top, again, very reminiscent of the original box. On the side, we have some artwork that I believe is from the Tasmania game. And then on the bottom, again, very reminiscent of the original. And so here we go. We have Revenge of the Old Ones and Tasmania. This is also the namesake for Tasmanian Devil in the Looney Tunes, which is a real animal and it looks nothing like the Looney Tunes character, just for the record. Same lovely textured cardboard. Now, in the campaign, this was advertised as a box to house the original expansions. So how it is on the inside, we are about to find out. And it would appear that it is literally that. It's the contents taken out of the original boxes and placed in here. So this appears to be a quick start guide for Revenge of the Old Ones. A contents and I assume quick start guide for Tasmania. We will go through these in more detail later. That's an art piece. Actually, quite a nice one. I quite like that. Same for the Tasmania box, which of all three of them, this might actually be my favourite, to be honest. I really love that. This guy down here is very clearly looking out into the ocean and going, damn mainlanders. Bit of a pad. I assume this is for Tasmania. Yeah, it's for Tasmania. We'll go into the difference for Tasmania. There is a very significant difference in that one, but we'll go into that later. We have some tokens. Double-sided, like the previous ones. And we have more. And more. And more. This is only one-sided, which doesn't surprise me. This is where you may start to realise what the difference is going to be. Oh. Okay, so first things first. This is what an actual Tasmanian Devil looks like. And it's absolutely incredible. That's so beautiful. Unfortunately, this is an animal that no longer exists. This is the Tasmanian Tiger, which is not a tiger. That's just what they called it because of the stripes. This has been extinct for many years, unfortunately. There are people that believe that this is still around. Evidence tends to suggest otherwise, but there is people that do believe that. Artwork continues. So the big thing with Tasmania that makes it different is in Tasmania, you put the mat together yourself. And depending on how you put it together will depend on how it plays. I'm curious to know if there's going to be an animal on the green ones. Yes, but I don't know what it is. Oh no, that's a plant. And this appears to be the Tasmanian map. We're going to come back to the map later. We've got some cards here. And some more. And some more. I'll obviously have to go through the rulebook, which we'll do in a second, to figure out what these are for. So basically, this you can put literally everything from the game into it so that it's all together in one place. That's the big selling point of this box. This is really nice. So these are going to be for tokens. Still your usual soft plastic, but it's been designed in a way that's really nice. Little dice bag down there. I really like what I'm seeing here. This is absolutely beautiful. I need to say here, organisation inside boxes for board games has always been a problem. There's a reason why there's companies that exist purely to sell additions to board games to help organise them. And some of them are very expensive. This is a board game company that's very clearly thought ahead on this. This will house the entire game. One thing I'm going to have to do is look up to see exactly where everything is supposed to go. All right, first things first, let's look at the first book that we pulled out. So, in this expansion, the mythos creatures seek revenge on the battle scars of Australia. So this is literally a carry-on from the original game. One player masterminds the old ones in their quest for revenge. They have to win. They have their own win condition and completely new action. So here we are with our components. So I think what these are supposed to be are dividers for all of our card types, is what they are. Goes through what all of our tokens represent. So these are spawn tiles versus dangerous tiles, extra VP and sanity tokens. Tells us how to set up the game. I'm not going to go into super detail on this. As usual, I'm just skimming through the book at this point. It's not a very thick book because it's an expansion. Obviously, it's going to call back to the original rulebook a bit. Frequently asked questions. Let's have a look. Is there anything in here that's a correction to the original? I only looked very quickly, but I don't see any actual corrections per se. How to use the mythos side of the game. Difficulty level. If humans become adept at dealing with the old ones' tactics, the challenge can be increased. So you start at hard, then you get harder, and then you get heroic. There is no easy level in this. Not in the expansion, at least, anyway. And on the back... Alright, and here we have the Tasmanian one. So, we have a double-sided map, which we will look at shortly. We have extra terrain tiles, which we will go into shortly. The score pad comes from this, and there's a black bag for the solo campaign. So that's what the little dice bag was underneath all of the tokens. Talks about our setup. This is where we get an idea of the big difference in this. So, there is a fixed map. The fixed map is just standard, but on the other side, you shuffle the tiles and then randomly lay everything out. This will obviously affect difficulty because you're not going to be able to rely on everything that you know from that one. It's definitely going to add some... It's definitely going to add a lot of replayability. Talks about a dice here. On the inside, again, kind of similar to before. Love this guy. That's a really nice looking... I want to say blue tongue lizard. It's kind of hard to tell because he doesn't have his tongue sticking out, but I'm going to assume it's a blue tongue lizard. It could be the little ones as well, I guess. And then the solo campaign. You will need the Australia or Tasmanian map. Well, that makes sense. Campaign and the scorecard. Frequently asked questions. Help, I'm on a losing streak. Ratings on your victories. Default winning conditions. Really cool guy playing a instrument that I don't recognise. Alright. We're just going and having a quick look at these cards. Just really nice looking artwork here. I love the reflectivity in the eye there. Just really, really nice. And they're all the same on the back. Oh, wait. Yes, yeah, they're all the same on the back. This one is a promo pack. So this is supposed to include 10 helper cards, 3 new Mythos cards, and 3 new solo Mythos cards. Some little notes there. Little there about the helpers. More notes. The Bokrug. The Night Gaunt. I love the Night Gaunt. Cthulhu. That's the same. That's the same. That's the same. Florence Poison. Elsa Ware. Lord Switcher. Sorry, Lord Switchener. Iron Horse Bob. Buddy Butowski. Charles Gray. Captain Rex Porter. Emily Earhart. Dr. Anton Phoebes. And Dr. Herbert Combs. We've got setup reminders here. So we've got an Aboth. I'm sure a lot of people are going to love the look of that one. Which is Atlet Naka. I'm going to get all of these names wrong. I'm not apologising for getting it. Azathoth, I can say that one. I might give up on the names at this point. Bayaki. I love this. There's a lot of really nice looking artwork in this. There's the artwork from the front of the box. That's a sandworm. I don't care what you say. It's a sandworm. Shambler. Gotta love a shambler. Flying polyp. This stuff is just absolutely incredible. Now, obviously, if you want to read the results on these cards, you can. I'm just skipping through them. Because, for me, at least at this stage with an unboxing, it's the artwork that I'm more interested in. And I think it's the artwork that's going to sell this on people that want it. Serpent People. There's our cool guy that I was looking at before. Servitor of the Old Gods. That's a dragon. Star Spawn. Star Vampire. That reminds me of a frog story from the Dreamtime. I don't know if that's what inspired it. There's a frog that basically drinks all of the water. And they end up having to make him laugh to get it out. Really, really nice looking stuff in that deck. Now, Australians, I don't want any giggles in the comments. Here we have our map of Tasmania. So, I'm going to take this free hand and just give you an idea of the layout of the default map. So, this is roughly where I'm from. Originally, I don't live here anymore. It's really, really nice. So there's our Thylacine, or Tassie Tiger. There's our Tassie Devil. This is Hobart down here somewhere. I'm not good with the exact locations. There's a lake missing down here. The Great Lake's not there, but that's would be because it's a man-made lake. So I'm guessing this is before it was done. So this is the other side of the map, and as you would expect, it kind of looks similar, but it's more based around the hexes than an actual accurate map because, well, you couldn't really do it the other way. But here's the thing I love. All of those animals that I pointed out earlier, each of them are twisted looking versions. Even to the point where the plant's been twisted as well. I really love that. Everything else is the same because it's just the map itself that's been changed. Alright, so there you have it, folks. That's the expansions for Australia. It's the big box version, which has both in the same. Schimmel Games continue to impress me with this stuff. I wasn't aware of them before the Australia Kickstarter that was last year. I've been impressed with everything that I've received in this. It's been really, really, really nice, honestly. Now is obviously going to be the point where everything gets organised and puts where it's supposed to go, and that's going to be lots of fun. But that is a problem for future me. All right, and here we are with the very last part of this, which is after I've completely organised everything, how does it actually fit in the box? So this, again, is the big Z box. It's designed to hold literally everything for the game, or at least everything for the game so far. Again, I haven't played this yet. Everything does fit in here, first and foremost. One thing that I did not actually realise while I was unboxing this earlier is on the side, they actually include images of where everything is supposed to go. That was just phenomenal, because that is something that a lot of people tend to leave for you to figure out. So I'm not going to go through this in depth. I'm just going to kind of show you. Everything does fit in here. So that's the Australia board. That's the Tasmania board. That's our player board, along with the cover, some more rule books, and then we have this holding all of the tokens in. Now, this free space here is for your Cthulhu miniature, which I don't have. I do kind of regret that, if I'm honest, but I didn't purchase it at the time. These are our player tokens. Under here we have our resource tokens and the old ones tokens. These have all been sorted according to how they're supposed to be. These are our victory points. This is our old card, our old tokens. There's a special spot for the Tasmania cards. If I scroll down, as you can see, everything here has been laid out. The organisers do a really good job of keeping everything separate. And there's actually still room for expansion if they decided to do that. Now, I'm not saying that they will, but if they decided to do that, then there's still plenty of room for that. I just have to say that I'm impressed. Like, everything fits in there. It's been designed really, really well. I mean, a third party could come along and maybe try to fill this, but I just don't see, like, this is already solving that problem. And it's solved it really, really well. Until next time, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, as always, to the Patreons that support us. If you like our content, please consider it. It's only $2 a month. You get early access to every video that we do. And there's a lot of behind-the-scenes content that's going on at the moment as well because of the project that I have coming up. So, thank you very much for checking out this video. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, please like and subscribe. If you're in a position to do so, please check out patreon.com/gettingtabled. You receive early access to at least 80% of all videos that we put out, and you get access to the video edition of all of our podcasts the day that they're uploaded. If you'd like to check us out on social media, facebook.com/gettingtabled is the most active. We also have a Discord server. You can email our team at gettingtabled@gmail.com. If you're on either Twitter or Instagram, you can find us at gettingtabled. And until next time, play more.